Hi peeps! The other day on my last video I was talking about the father of the web bringing to fruition or launching a new platform called Inrupt and using Solid as a tool to help gain your privacy back. This is the article that we were looking at. Today we're going to see how it works. And today we're going to talk about one small step for the web. This is how the platform Inrupt works. I'll read this article to you. And this was dated back September 28th, 2018 by Tim Berners-Lee, the father of the web. One small step for the web. He says, "I've always believed the web is for everyone. That's why I and others fight fiercely to protect it. The changes we've managed to bring have created a better and more connected world. But for all the good we've achieved, the web has evolved into an engine of iniquity and division, swayed by powerful forces who use it for their own agenda. Today, I believe we've reached a critical tipping point, and that powerful change for the better is possible and necessary. This is why I have, over recent years, been working with a few people at MIT and elsewhere to develop Solid, an open source project to restore the power and agency of individuals on the web. Solid changes the current model where users have to hand over personal data to digital giants in exchange for perceived value. As we've all discovered, this has not been in our best interests. Solid is how we evolve the web in order to restore balance, by giving every one of us complete control over data, personal or not, in a revolutionary way. Solid is a platform built using the existing web. It gives every user a choice about where data is stored, which specific people and groups can access select elements, and which apps you use. It allows you, your family, and your colleagues to link and share data with anyone. It allows people to look at the same data with different apps at the same time. Solid unleashes incredible opportunities for creativity, problem-solving, and commerce. It will empower individuals, developers, and businesses with entirely new ways to conceive, build, and find innovative, trusted, and beneficial applications and services. I see multiple market possibilities, including solid apps and solid data storage. Data should empower you. Solid is guided by the principle of personal empowerment through data, which we believe is fundamental to the success of the next era of the web. We believe data should empower each of us. Imagine if all your current apps talk to each other, collaborating and conceiving ways to enrich and streamline your personal life and business objectives. That's the kind of innovation, intelligence, and creativity solid apps will generate. With Solid, you will have far more personal agency over your data. You decide which apps can access it. Injecting momentum. In 2009, I said, the web, as I envisaged it, we have never seen it. That was because people were using the web just for documents, not for the data of a big web-wide computer. Since then, we have seen a wave of open data, but not of read-write data. For example, much open government data is produced through a one-way pipeline, so we can actually view it. With Solid, it becomes a read-write web where users can interact and innovate, collaborate, and share. Meanwhile, though, there is a wave of concern and related energy desperate for change. People want to have a web they can trust. People want apps that help them do what they want and need to do. without spying on them. Apps that don't have an ulterior motive of distracting them with propositions to buy this or that. People will pay for this kind of quality and assurance. For example, today people pay for storage in places like Dropbox. There is need for Solid and the different, beneficial approach it will provide. It's going to take a lot of effort to build a new Solid platform and drive broad adoption, but I think we have enough energy to take the world to a new tipping point. So I have taken a sabbatical from MIT, reduced my day-to-day involvement with the World Wide Web Consortium, W3C, and found a company called Inrupt, where I will be guiding the next stage of the web in a very direct way. Inrupt will be the infrastructure allowing Solid to flourish. Its mission is to provide commercial energy and an ecosystem to help protect the integrity and quality of the new web built on Solid. There are many examples of open source efforts that have benefited hugely from the contribution of a well-resourced company. While the open source community provides initiative and a deep source of innovation, everyday web users as well as businesses often look for applications and services from a commercial entity that also provides technical support and vital ancillary business services. I believe this same model will be critical to the success of Solid. Inrupt's success is totally aligned to Solid's success. My partner and Inrupt co-founder is John Bruce, an experienced business leader with the skills to execute on my vision for Solid. We share the same passion for creating a better and more balanced web. Together, Solid and Inrupt will provide new experiences benefiting every web user, and that are impossible on the web today, where individuals, developers, and businesses create and find innovative life and business-enriching applications and services, where we all find trusted services for storing, securing, and managing personal data. I'll still be acting as founder and director of W3C, the Web Foundation, and the Open Data Institute, as these are vital components for protecting what has been and what will come. Inrupt, a W3C member, uses many existing standards and is part of the standards building community. The Web Foundation advocates for data rights as part of its mission to advance a free and open web that benefits humanity. And the Open Data Institute's drive to make data as open as possible while respecting privacy is very relevant. I wear many hats, and when I'm working in each capacity, I'll always try to act according to the interests of that organization. These are very exciting times. I will be committed to steering the direction of Solid and developing its future governance. Inrupt will do many things. Its first priority will be the Solid ecosystem. With the right values and a fundamental corporate infrastructure, we will build beneficial systems that work for everyone. The future is still so much bigger than the past. Now that's from Tim Berners-Lee, the father of the web. These are his thoughts, and this is why he has made and is launching the new platform Inrupt with the tools of Solid. Solid is explained here. You choose your data and choose apps to manage it. So Inrupt and Solid will be working together. Here it says, within the Solid ecosystem, you decide where you store your data. Photos you take, comments you write, contacts in your address book, calendar events, how many miles you run each day from your fitness tracker. They're all stored in your Solid pod. This Solid pod can be in your house or workplace or with an online Solid pod provider of your choice. Since you own your data, you are free to move it at any time without interruption of service. You give people and your apps permission to read or write to parts of your solid pod. So whenever you're opening up a new app, you don't have to fill out your details ever again. They are read from your pod with your permission. Things saved through one app are available in another. You never have to sync because your data stays with you. This approach protects your privacy and is also great for developers. They can build cool apps without harvesting massive amounts of data first. Anyone can create an app that leverages what is already here. Your pod is your personal storage space. Store anything you want in your solid pod. Pods are like secure USB sticks for the web that you can access from anywhere. When you give others access to parts of your pod, they can react to your photos and share their memories with you. You decide which things and people can see. You decide which things apps and people can see. Think of your solid pod as your own private website, except that your data interoperates with all your apps, which means you have your own personal API to go along with it. When you post comments or videos online, your friends can view them with whatever app they like, such as an album viewer or a social feed. It's your data that can be shaped in any way or form. You can have as many pods as you like, and they live on Solid-enabled web servers. Install the Solid server on your own server at your home or workplace, or get a Solid pod from a listed provider. Your Solid pod provides your identity. So in order to prove ownership of your data, you need a way to identify yourself. Rather than relying on a third party, you can use your solid pod to say who you are. So no more log in with X or log in with Y on the web. Just log in with your own solid pod. And if you want to get your own solid pod now, you can do that. You can run a solid server, or you can get a solid pod and be just as an individual or as a server yourself. Check out these sites, Inrupt.com, and they're both, Inrupt.com and Solid are both part of Inrupt website. So check them out. Check it out for yourself. See if you like it. Can't hurt. Seems like it can only help. Excuse me. I think this could be really, really good for us. Everything that we've learned from having the web the way it is, the way it was supposed to be originally, is gone, and it's going to go back. This will be awesome. Okay. You guys have a great day. That's it for today on the Inrupt and Solid platform being launched for our new World Wide Web. Let's hope it works, people. Okay. Have a great day.